Multi-21, Seb.
Alright guys, breaking fucking news here at 1 o'clock in the morning. Don't know why, but it's trending on Twitter, so it must be true. Sebastian
Ferrari Sebastian Vettel
is set to leave Ferrari at the end of the season after failing to agree terms with a new contract. Does this surprise me? Absolutely not.
He's pish.
I mean, the guy really has bottled it the last 3 years at Ferrari. His first season, he did not bad, you know. He got a couple of wins. I think he got 2 wins or something. 3 wins. Second season, he didn't do anything noticeably that was too bad, but I think the Ferrari could have won the title in 2017, and since then it's been mistake after mistake after mistake. 2018, 2019, like 2 of the worst seasons I think I've ever seen for a guy that's considered
a 4-time world champion, GOAT.
He's not considered a 4-time world. He is a 4-time.
No, well, a GOAT.
But a guy,
he's considered on the up there with the whoever people consider to be up there.
And I mean, obviously he was on a massive contract at Ferrari, and they were just never going to offer him the same deal. Because let's be honest, he's 5 years older now than he was when he originally signed, and he signed to Ferrari as a current 4-time world champion.
Well,
he's now, what?
A season passed.
Ah, well, you know, alright then, but you know what I mean, he was a 4...
Like, that season was considered as a wee...
hiccup, failure, a mistake.
But now he's been, far outshone by Leclerc.
And, you know, I mean, the guy was just obviously wasn't going to get the same amount of money.
Due to the pandemic.
I think it's interesting because I think, A, it's interesting to see who replaced him at Ferrari, and B, it's interesting to see where Vettel will end up, because I don't see any... The only... Like, we'll start with who will replace him. Hamilton's always said he's wanted to drive a Ferrari, and if he did go, he's not signed for the Mercedes next year. And then if he did go to Ferrari, could that be a straight swap with Vettel going the other way to Mercedes?
To me,
I mean,
would Hamilton really? Like Ferrari have been. I mean, you've got more faith in Mark winning the title than Ferrari, and would Hamilton like that possibility of he goes to shit while Vettel wins another couple of titles? Which I don't even think he would like, but there's a possibility that could happen.
I know, I can understand if this was 3 years ago and you've got Hamilton leaving what is by far the best car and no one can touch them to go to. But I mean, now, even if Mercedes do have the best car, I don't feel like it's impossible that Ferrari could win.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a decent chance it could happen. What about Fernando Alonso? He craves that 3rd world title. He left Ferrari on bad terms last time, but I mean, who knows? Fernando's desperate for a world title. Ferrari are desperate for a world title. Maybe the two of them need each other. Could be Fernando.
Could it be Nico Rosberg?
I mean, the guy retired, in my opinion. I think Nico Rosberg's underrated, but it's hard to respect the guy who retires winning the title, not even defending it. I was disappointed he'd done that. But hey, he could redeem himself in my book if he comes back. Not even to win a world title, just to come back and race. I mean, it'd be cool to see Rosberg
against Hamilton one more fucking time.
Up against Hamilton, like Rosberg against Leclerc in the same car. Rosberg competing against Max Verstappen and like close to equal machinery. You know, that'd be cool. As for other drivers down the grid, I mean, who?
Nico Hulkenberg, could he?
Well, I mean, he's never really had a top car, but I mean, I can't. Although the only thing is, Nico Hulkenberg will be relatively cheap. I don't think it's a case of Ferrari not having the money. I'd say it's more of a case of they just don't think Vettel's worth the amount he wants. And
if they had Hamilton,
who'd won 5 of the last 6 titles,
it would be paid.
They'd fucking give him a raise, a bonus. They'd give him more, but
I mean, Ferrari's Ferrari. They're going to lose money, but everyone's losing money. I mean, it's not like it's a lot of shit.
I mean, you can't. I mean, Vettel's made about 50% of the races he's drove in the last 2 years. He's fucking made bad errors,
spun or something like that. But anyway, that'll do it for this breaking news.
Well, I mean, maybe Carlos Sainz could have a chance. Danny Ricciardo maybe could get back in at a top seat. Is there anyone apart?
Kimi maybe, but maybe.
Kimi, because of his connections, maybe could. But I mean, is there anyone else?
No.
You look at Grosjean and Magnussen. They're lucky to be on the grid. Never mind get a Ferrari drive. Giovinazzi.
No.
I mean, he was put into the Alfa Romeo to, you know, one day get the Ferrari seat, but I just don't think he's going to cut it. Got Kvyat, Gasly. I don't see any of those guys getting the seat. But what about
Robert Kubica?
Maybe. Or what about Williams? What about George Russell? Well, I think he's been kind of guaranteed a Mercedes seat.
Nah, but I think it's between the main boys, the big boys.
Hamilton and Alonso.
And well, if Rosberg throws his name in that, but even then, I think Ferrari would rather go for Hamilton or Alonso.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see it be Alonso, just because I'd love to see Alonso back in F1, even if it's for 1 year, even if it says it's one and done. He's coming back one night only. Fernando Alonso, I'd take it. But anyway, guys, let us know down below, who do you think is going to be the man to replace Vettel, and where do you think Vettel's going to wind up? I mean, I don't see any options for him unless Hamilton goes to Ferrari. Then that opens up a seat for Vettel at Mercedes. But
and think of it, the rule change has been delayed, so there's not going to be a complete mashup.
I don't see Vettel doing what. I mean, obviously, I think when Dan Ricciardo went to Renault, he's went to Renault thinking, I'm not going to be number one at Red Bull, but I'm willing to like waste a year or two, maybe battling in the midfield to try and get a race-winning car. But I don't see Vettel doing that. I only see Vettel racing at one of the top 3 teams, and obviously it's not going to be Ferrari, and it won't be Mercedes if Hamilton's there,
and it won't be.
And I can't see him getting, being happy to be outclassed by Red Bull. And if Ferrari's not offering him enough to stay there, then I can't see Red Bull offering him enough. So that's it, guys. Let us know what you think.
Good night.
In my opinion, unless it's Hamilton at Ferrari next season, I think Vettel
is done.
Will retire. So
D-U-N-N-E.
Put it out there. Done in. This video's done. Good night.